The eviction notice hits the floor before Riven Hale does. His knees buckle against the cracked linoleum, breath stuttering in his chest like a broken engine. The paper stares up at him, bold red letters screaming final notice. 72 hours, and the apartment suddenly feels smaller, colder, the kind of cold that lives in your bones when you know you're out of options. His phone vibrates against the kitchen counter. He doesn't need to look to know it's the hospital. Third call this week. His mother's medication costs more than most people's rent, and the insurance company stopped pretending to care 2 months ago. Riven's hands shake as he picks up the eviction notice. 72 hours. 3 days to find money he doesn't have, for a life he can't afford, in a world that decided long ago that unclaimed omegas don't deserve easy paths. The phone vibrates again. He answers this time. I know I'm late. I just need Mr. Hale. The billing coordinator's voice is tired, mechanical. Your mother's treatment has been suspended. If payment isn't received by Friday, we'll have to discharge her. Friday, 2 days away. Riven closes his eyes. Please, I'm working on it. I'm sure you are. The line goes dead. He sets the phone down carefully, like it might shatter, like everything else in his life has shattered. The diner fired him last week. Too many emergency shifts missed, too many apologies that stopped meaning anything. His landlord stopped accepting excuses around the same time. The laptop on the coffee table blinks with low battery. 1 bar left. He should have paid the electric bill instead of buying his mother's birthday card last month. Hi viewers, kindly tell us where you're watching from and what time it is. Riven opens the laptop anyway. The job boards load slow, painful. Dishwasher positions. Overnight stock clerk. Nothing that pays enough. Nothing that pays on time. Then he sees it. A listing that doesn't fit. The salary number has too many zeros. The description is too vague. Live-in childcare position. 2 children. Immediate start. Discretion required. Hazard pay included. Hazard pay. Riven stares at those 2 words until they blur. Nobody offers hazard pay for watching kids unless the kids are dangerous. Or the employer is. Or both. His finger hovers over the apply button. 72 hours until eviction. 48 hours until his mother gets discharged. No savings. No backup. No choice. He clicks apply. The confirmation email arrives 30 seconds later. Too fast. Way too fast. Interview scheduled. Tomorrow, 7 a.m. Address attached. Do not be late. Riven's stomach twists. The address is in a part of the city he's only seen on the news. The kind of neighborhood where gates have armed guards and mistakes get you killed. He should delete the email. Block the sender. Pretend he never saw it. Instead, he opens Google Maps. The estate takes up an entire block. Marble walls visible even from satellite view. The kind of wealth that doesn't bother hiding. His phone vibrates with a text from an unknown number. Wear something clean. Bring identification. Tell no one. Riven's heart hammers against his ribs. Another text. We know you're desperate. That's why we chose you. His breath catches. Chose him? They reached out first? He looks around his falling apart apartment. Peeling wallpaper. Stained carpet. A refrigerator that hums like it's dying. This is what desperate looks like. And somebody noticed. The laptop battery dies. Screen goes black. Riven sits in the darkness, eviction notice still crumpled in his fist, and realizes he's already made his decision. Already committed, because people like him don't get options. They get chances, and chances don't wait. He sets his alarm for 5 a.m. Sleep doesn't come easy. Every time he closes his eyes, he sees that salary number. Enough to save his mother. Enough to stop running. Enough to maybe finally breathe. But hazard pay means danger. And danger in a world run by alphas means omegas like him are usually the ones who bleed. Morning comes too fast. Riven showers in cold water because the heat's been shut off. Puts on his only clean shirt. A button-up he's worn to every failed interview for the past 6 months. It's wrinkled. He doesn't have an iron. The bus ride takes 40 minutes. He watches the city change through the window. Buildings get taller, cleaner. People on the sidewalks start looking different. Confident, powerful, alpha territory. His stop is 3 blocks from the estate. He walks the rest. Each step feels heavier. The gates appear around the corner like something out of a nightmare. 15 feet tall, black iron, cameras everywhere. Riven stops on the sidewalk, heart pounding. A security panel blinks green before he touches it. The gates open, by themselves. What kind of children need hazard pay to watch? The gates close behind Riven with a sound like a coffin ceiling. He walks up the driveway because turning back isn't an option anymore. Marble fountains line the path. Statues of wolves carved from stone watch him pass. Everything here costs more than his entire life. The front door opens before he reaches it. A man steps out, tall, built like violence, wearing all black, tactical gear hidden under an expensive suit. His eyes scan Riven the way you'd scan a threat. Identification. The man's voice is flat. No greeting, no warmth. Riven hands over his driver's license with shaking fingers. The man studies it, studies Riven. His nostrils flare slightly, scenting him, reading him. Every alpha can smell an omega status, and this one's expression shifts. Not quite disgust, something colder. Disappointment. Korren Vale, head of security. He returns the license. You're the 98th. Riven blinks. The 98th what? Nanny. Korren steps aside, gesturing him inside. The other 97 didn't last. Don't expect special treatment just because you're Omega. The entrance hall is bigger than Riven's entire apartment building. Marble floors, chandeliers that cost more than a car, paintings on the walls that belong in museums. And the scent. Every surface carries it. Alpha dominance. Thick, overwhelming. The kind of presence that makes your knees want to bend. Riven's breath shortens. His body reacts instinctively, submission pooling in his chest like water in lungs. He forces himself to stay upright. Korren notices. His mouth twitches. Not a smile. The king's office is upstairs. Try not to embarrass yourself. They climb a staircase wide enough for 10 people. Riven's footsteps echo too loud. Everything here is designed to make you feel small. Korren stops outside a door. Rules. Don't speak unless spoken to. Don't make eye contact unless invited. Don't touch anything. The king doesn't tolerate incompetence. What about the children? Korren's expression darkens. You'll meet them if you survive the interview. He knocks twice. A voice from inside responds, low, controlled, the kind of voice that doesn't need to shout to command. Enter. The office smells like leather and smoke. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlook the estate grounds. Behind a massive desk sits a man who makes Korren look harmless. Alpha King Caius Dravien. Riven's body tries to drop. His knees buckle. Every instinct screams at him to lower his eyes, bare his neck, submit. He doesn't. He stays standing through sheer force of will, even though sweat breaks across his skin. Even though his heart feels like it's going to explode. Caius studies him in silence. Dark eyes, sharp jaw, the kind of face that belongs on war generals. He's younger than Riven expected, maybe mid-30s, but carries himself like he's commanded armies. Riven Hale. Caius's voice rolls through the room. 23, unclaimed Omega, fired from 3 jobs in 6 months. Eviction pending. Mother in intensive care. He tilts his head. Desperate. Riven's throat tightens. Yes. Good. Desperation means you'll stay longer than the others. Caius stands, walks around the desk, stops 3 feet away. But desperation also means you're breakable. My sons don't need another weak caretaker. I'm not weak. The words leave Riven's mouth before he can stop them. Korren tenses by the door. Caius's expression doesn't change. Prove it. The alpha moves closer. Close enough that Riven can feel the heat radiating off him. Close enough that the dominant scent becomes suffocating. Kneel. Riven's body wants to obey. Every Omega instinct begs him to drop, to submit, to make the pressure stop. But kneeling means losing, means proving Caius right. So Riven stays standing. His legs shake. His vision blurs at the edges. But he doesn't move. 5 seconds pass. 10, 15. Caius steps back. Something flickers in his eyes. Surprise, maybe, or respect. Interesting. Korren moves forward. Sir, he's clearly not suitable. I'll decide that. Caius returns to his desk. The position pays 50,000 a month. Live in. No days off for the first 6 months. You'll care for my sons Elias and Isac. They're 6 years old. Highly intelligent. Highly difficult. 50,000 a month. Riven's brain stalls on the number. You'll sign a non-disclosure agreement. Caius continues. Anything you see, hear, or experience here stays here. Breaking that agreement results in consequences you don't want to imagine. I understand. Do you? Caius leans forward. The 97 nannies before you all thought they understood. Most quit within 48 hours. Some left in ambulances. One required psychiatric care. Riven swallows. What happened to her? My sons happened. Caius's expression is unreadable. They don't trust easily, and what they can't trust, they destroy. Footsteps echo in the hallway outside. Small, quick. Korren turns toward the door. Sir. 2 figures dart past the doorway. Riven catches a glimpse. Identical boys, dark hair, matching grins. And those grins are full of chaos. Caius sighs. You'll start immediately. Korren will show you to your quarters. Try to last longer than 24 hours. Riven nods, turns to follow Korren. One more thing, Caius calls. Riven looks back. The Alpha King's eyes are cold. Final. If you hurt them, I'll bury you where no one will find you. If you abandon them, his jaw tightens. I'll make you wish I'd buried you instead. The door closes behind them. Korren leads Riven down a different hallway. This one won't last an hour. From somewhere deeper in the mansion, a child's laughter echoes. Hi, delighted. Then something crashes. Glass shatters. An alarm starts blaring. Korren closes his eyes. They know you're here. How do you survive children who've broken 97 trained professionals? The hologram spider drops from the chandelier at the exact moment Riven steps into the twins' playroom. He doesn't scream. His body freezes instead, pure instinct. And the projection flickers through his chest before vanishing. Laughter explodes from behind an overturned bookshelf. He didn't even run. The voice is young, breathless with excitement. Boring. A second voice, identical to the first but somehow sharper. The last one through a lamp. Riven spots them between the scattered toys and expensive wreckage. 2 boys dressed in matching black vests and white shirts. Perfect posture. Perfect faces. And eyes that calculate like adults. Elias and Isac. They study him the same way Caius did. Looking for weakness. For the breaking point. Hello, Riven says quietly. The boys exchange a glance. Some silent conversation passes between them. Elias, or maybe Isac, Riven can't tell yet, steps forward. You're the new nanny. Yes. You'll quit. The other twin crosses his arms. They always quit. Maybe. Riven kneels down, making himself smaller, less threatening. But I'm here now. One of the boys tilts his head. Do you know what we did to the last nanny? No. We hacked the security system and locked her in the panic room for 6 hours. Pride colors his voice. She cried the whole time. The other twin grins. The one before that quit when we put snakes in her bed. They weren't even poisonous. She was just scared. Riven keeps his expression neutral. Sounds like you're very smart. Confusion flickers across both faces. They were expecting fear, or anger, or some adult lecture about behavior. We are smart, Elias, Riven's guessing now, says defensively. Smarter than every nanny they send. I believe you. Silence stretches. The boys look at each other again, recalculating. Why aren't you scared? Isac moves closer, suspicious. Should I be? Yes, but his voice wavers. Riven sits back on his heels. Can I tell you a secret? Both boys lean in despite themselves. I'm terrified. Riven keeps his tone gentle. This house is huge. Your father is the most powerful person I've ever met. And you two are clearly smart enough to make my life very difficult. He pauses. But I need this job, so I'm gonna try my best. Even if you decide to test me. The twins stare at him. Really stare. Like they're seeing something unexpected. You're weird, Elias finally says. Probably. A crash echoes from somewhere in the room. Riven turns to see a remote-controlled car smash into a table leg. Books tumble. One hits Isac in the shoulder. Ow! Isac shoves Elias hard. You did that on purpose. Did not. Elias shoves back. Within seconds, they're grappling. Not playful. Real anger flashing in their eyes. Riven moves without thinking. Steps between them. Kneels at eye level. Stop. His voice is soft. Firm. The kind of tone that doesn't threaten, just states fact. Both boys freeze. In this house, we use words, not fists. Riven looks at each of them. Tell me what happened. Silence. The boys stare at him with wide eyes, breathing hard. Elias's lip trembles. You didn't yell. Why would I yell? Because Isac's voice cracks. Because that's what happens when we're bad. Riven's chest tightens. You're not bad. You're upset. There's a difference. The boys look at each other. That silent communication again. But this time it's different. Scared. Confused. The last nanny screamed at us. Elias whispers. Called us monsters. The one before that told father we were broken. Isac's hands shake. He sent her away, but we heard her say it. Riven's throat closes. He sees it now, the truth under all the chaos. These children aren't trying to hurt people. They're testing whether people will stay when things get hard. You're not broken, Riven says firmly. You're 6. And 6-year-olds sometimes push and sometimes fight. That's normal. Normal. Elias's eyes shine with something desperate. Normal. Riven stands slowly. Now, let's clean up this mess together, and then you can show me what else you like to do. Besides holograms and hacking. The boys don't move at first. Just stare at him like he's spoken a language they don't understand. Then Isac picks up a book, places it carefully on the table. Elias follows, hesitant, watching Riven for any sign this is a trick. They clean in silence. No more tests, no more pranks. Just 2 small boys who look exhausted from performing chaos. When the room is mostly sorted, Elias tugs on Riven's sleeve. Can we show you our lab? Your what? Our laboratory. Isac's excitement breaks through his caution. We built it in the East Wing. Father doesn't know. Riven should probably tell Caius. Should report this. But the hope in their faces stops him. Show me. They lead him through a maze of hallways. Downstairs, past doors that look like they haven't been opened in years. The laboratory is a converted storage room filled with computers, circuit boards, and half-built machines that definitely shouldn't be in 6-year-old hands. We're building a drone, Elias explains, suddenly animated. One that can carry supplies, in case we need to escape. Escape from what? Both boys go quiet. From people who leave, Isac finally says. Riven's heart breaks a little. He sits on the floor between them. I can't promise I'll never leave. Life doesn't work that way. Honesty feels important here, but I can promise that if I do leave, it won't be because you're too much, or too broken, or too anything. Elias studies his face. How do we know you're telling the truth? You don't. Not yet. Riven meets his eyes. But maybe we can figure it out together. From the doorway, a voice cuts through the moment. Fascinating. All 3 of them turn. Caius Dravien stands in the shadows, expression unreadable. How long has he been watching? The twins shrink immediately, that wild energy vanishing into trained stillness. Father, they say in unison. Obedient, quiet. Caius steps into the room. His gaze moves from the boys to Riven. Something shifts in his eyes. Surprise, maybe concern. Dinner is in 20 minutes. His voice is controlled. Get cleaned up. The boys disappear without argument. Riven stands, suddenly aware he's alone with the Alpha King in a forgotten corner of the mansion. Caius moves closer. They showed you their escape route. I didn't ask. They don't show anyone. Caius cuts him off. The last nanny who found this room they attacked. Sent her to the hospital with a concussion. He pauses. But you? They gave you a tour. Riven doesn't know what to say. Caius studies him for a long moment. Then, quietly, what did you do differently? I listened. The Alpha King's jaw tightens. He turns to leave, stops at the doorway. Don't make them love you, Riven. Not if you plan to leave. The door closes. Can you survive being the first person these children trust in years? Riven's room is bigger than his old apartment. King-sized bed, private bathroom, windows overlooking gardens that probably cost more to maintain than most people earn in a year. Everything is too clean, too perfect, too much. He sits on the edge of the bed and texts his mother's nurse. Got the job. Payment coming soon. The reply is instant. Thank God. She's been asking about you. Guilt twists in Riven's stomach. He hasn't visited in 3 days. Couldn't afford the bus fare. A knock interrupts his thoughts. Come in. Korren enters without waiting for permission. He's changed out of the tactical suit into something more casual, but he still moves like a weapon. The twins are asking for you. His tone suggests this is somehow Riven's fault. Bedtime. They refuse to sleep unless you're there. Riven stands. That's fast. Too fast. Korren blocks the doorway. Let me be clear. The king doesn't trust easily. His sons even less. You've been here 8 hours and they're already attached. His eyes narrow. That makes you dangerous. I'm not trying to. I don't care what you're trying to do. Korren steps closer. The dominance in his sense spikes. I've served this family for 15 years. I've watched people come and go. Use them. Hurt them. You're no different. Riven's hands clench. You don't know me. I know omegas. Korren's voice drops. Desperate ones especially. You need money. You'll do anything to keep this job, including manipulating children. The accusation hits like a slap. I would never. Wouldn't you? Korren tilts his head. 50,000 a month. Your mother's medical bills. Eviction notice. You're one bad day away from homelessness. He leans in. So forgive me if I don't trust the gentle act. Riven's breath catches. Because part of what Korren's saying is true. He is desperate. He does need this job. But that doesn't mean I care about them. The words come out stronger than expected. Maybe I've only known them for hours. Maybe I am desperate. But I'm not pretending. Korren's expression doesn't change. We'll see. He moves aside. Lets Riven pass. The walk to the twins' room feels longer than it should. Every shadow seems occupied. Every corner holds judgment. Their bedroom is at the end of the east wing. Double doors. Guards posted outside who nod as Riven approaches. Inside, the room is a contradiction. Expensive furniture. Toys scattered everywhere. And 2 small boys sitting on one bed together, wearing matching pajamas, looking far more vulnerable than they did hours ago. You came, Elias says, relief obvious. Of course. Riven sits in the chair between their beds. Why wouldn't I? Because most people don't. Isac pulls his knees to his chest. They say they will. Then they leave. Riven's chest aches. I'm here now. But for how long? Elias's voice is small. Korren said you'll quit soon, like the others. So they heard. Of course they heard. Children always hear the things adults think they're hiding. I don't plan to quit. Riven keeps his voice steady. But I can't control everything. Sometimes life changes plans. That's what Mother said. Isac's eyes fill with tears he won't let fall. Before she left, the room goes silent. Riven doesn't know what to say, doesn't know the story, doesn't know if he should ask. She promised she'd always be here. Elias stares at his hands. Then one day she just wasn't. Father doesn't talk about her, Isac adds. Gets angry if we ask. Riven's throat tightens. I'm sorry. Everyone's sorry. Elias's voice turns bitter. But sorry doesn't bring her back. Sorry doesn't make father look at us without being sad. These children are 6 years old. They shouldn't carry this much grief. Can I tell you something? Riven waits until both boys look at him. Adults mess up. A lot. We make promises we can't keep. We leave when we shouldn't. We hurt people we love. He pauses. But that's not your fault. Ever. Isac wipes his eyes quickly. Father says we're difficult. That's why nannies leave. You're not difficult. You're hurting. Riven moves to sit on the floor between their beds. And people who can't handle that shouldn't be here anyway. Can you handle it? Elias asks quietly. I don't know yet. Honesty again. But I want to try. The boys look at each other. That twin communication. Then Elias climbs down from his bed and sits next to Riven. Isac follows. They don't say anything. Just sit close. Riven reads them a story from a book on the nightstand. Something about brave wolves and impossible journeys. His voice fills the quiet. Halfway through, Elias leans against his shoulder. By the end, both boys are asleep. Riven carefully moves them back to their beds, covers them, turns off the lights except for a small lamp in the corner. When he reaches the door, he looks back. 2 small figures, breathing steady, finally peaceful. He steps into the hallway and nearly collides with Caius. The Alpha King stands in the shadows, arms crossed, watching. They fell asleep. Riven keeps his voice low. Without fighting. Without. I know. Caius's expression is unreadable. I heard. Of course he did. This house probably has monitors everywhere. Silence stretches between them. They told you about their mother, Caius finally says. Not a question. A little. The Alpha's jaw tightens. She left 3 years ago. Ran. Took nothing with her. Not even a note. His voice stays level, but something beneath it cracks. The boys think it's their fault. It's not. I know that. Caius's eyes meet Riven's. But knowing and believing are different things. Riven nods. You made them feel safe. Caius steps closer. The dominance scent rolls off him again. Not aggressive. Something else. In 8 hours, you gave them something I haven't managed in 3 years. You're their father. They love you. Love isn't the same as trust. Caius's voice drops. And you, Riven Hale, just became the first person they've trusted since their mother abandoned them. The weight of that statement settles heavy. Which means, Caius continues, moving even closer. If you leave them, if you quit, if you run, if you decide this job is too much, you will destroy what little faith they have left in the world. Riven's breath shortens. I'm not planning to. Plans change. Caius's eyes bore into him. People leave. I've learned that lesson enough times. Then why hire me? Because I'm desperate too. The admission sounds like it costs him. Desperate enough to put my son's hearts in the hands of a stranger. They stand too close. The air between them charged with something Riven doesn't understand. Don't make me regret this, Caius whispers. Then he's gone, disappearing down the hallway like smoke. Riven stands alone in the dim corridor, heart pounding, realizing the full weight of what he's walked into. These children don't just need a nanny. They need someone who won't leave. And for the first time in his life, Riven understands what it means to be truly needed. He returns to his room, locks the door, sits on the bed. His phone lights up with a message from an unknown number. You won't last. They never do. Who's watching? And why do they want him gone? The text message stares at Riven from his phone screen at 2 in the morning. You won't last. They never do. He's read it 17 times. Tried to trace the number. Nothing. Whoever sent it knows how to stay hidden. Sleep doesn't come. Every shadow in his room feels occupied. Every sound in the hallway makes his pulse spike. By morning, exhaustion sits heavy behind his eyes. The twins notice immediately. You look tired, Isac says over breakfast. They're eating in a dining room that seats 30 but feels empty with just the three of them. Didn't sleep much. Riven forces a smile. New place. Takes time to adjust. Elias studies him with those two sharp eyes. You're lying. Elias. Riven warns gently. You are though. The boy crosses his arms. Adults always lie when they're scared. Before Riven can respond, Korren enters. His expression is darker than usual. The king requests the twins in his office. Now, both boys stiffen. That immediate obedience that comes from fear, not respect. What did we do? Isac's voice is small. Nothing. Yet. Korren's gaze shifts to Riven. You stay here. The twins leave reluctantly, looking back at Riven like they're being led to execution. The dining room feels colder without them. Riven clears the breakfast dishes because sitting still makes the anxiety worse. The kitchen staff watches him with curious expressions. Word spreads fast in houses like this. He's loading the dishwasher when he hears it. Voices, raised, coming from somewhere deep in the mansion. Unacceptable. Not children, their weapons. Should have better control. Riven moves toward the sound without thinking. Through hallways, past closed doors. Following the argument, he stops outside what looks like a conference room. The door is cracked open. Inside, Korren stands with three other men in suits. Security. They're watching a video on a large screen. Riven's stomach drops. It's footage of yesterday. The twins in their laboratory, showing him the escape route. Laughing. He's gotten too close too fast. One of the suits says, "It's suspicious. Background check came back clean." Another man taps the screen. But clean doesn't mean trustworthy. Korren's voice cuts through. The king is making a mistake. Attachment is weakness, especially to an Omega who appeared out of nowhere. So what do? We watch. We wait. Korren's expression hardens. And if he becomes a threat, we remove him. Riven steps back. His heart hammers against his ribs. They're not just suspicious. They're planning. He returns to his room, locks the door, tries to breathe through the panic. An hour later, the twins appear at his door. Their faces are red, eyes wet. What happened? Riven kneels immediately. Father yelled. Elias's voice cracks. Said we can't keep showing you secret places. Said it's dangerous. He thinks you're going to use us. Isac wipes his nose. Everyone thinks that. Riven pulls them both into a hug. I'm not using you. Then why is everyone saying you'll leave? Elias pulls back. Korren told Father you're not permanent. That we shouldn't get attached. The pieces click into place. The security meeting. The suspicion. They're not just watching Riven. They're actively trying to get rid of him. Listen to me. Riven holds both boys' faces gently. I don't know what's going to happen, but right now, in this moment, I'm here. And I care about you. That's real. Promise. Isac whispers. Riven hesitates. Because promises are dangerous. Because he can't control what happens next. But looking at their desperate faces, he says it anyway. Promise. The boys hug him tight. Too tight. Like they're trying to absorb the certainty they need. That afternoon passes in careful normalcy. Riven helps them with schoolwork. Plays their strategy games. Pretends everything is fine. But he feels eyes everywhere. Cameras. Guards. The weight of being watched never lifts. By evening, the twins are calmer. Almost happy. They're playing chess in the library when Elias goes quiet. Riven. Yeah. Do you think Father hates us? The question punches the air from Riven's lungs. What? No, of course not. Then why doesn't he want to be around us? Isac moves a chess piece without looking at it. He only talks to us when something's wrong. Riven doesn't have an answer, because from what he's seen, they're right. Caius is distant, controlled, more king than father. Sometimes adults don't know how to show love. Riven chooses his words carefully. Especially when they're scared of losing people. Is that why Mother left? Elias asks quietly. Because father was scared? Before Riven can answer, both boys' phones buzz simultaneously. They check the messages. Their faces go white. What is it? Elias shows him the screen. It's a text from an unknown number. Riven will leave just like your mother did. All Omegas abandon Alphas eventually. Isac's phone shows the same message. It's not true, Riven says immediately. Someone's trying to scare you. They're right though. Elias's voice breaks. Mother was an Omega. She left. You're an Omega. You'll leave too. No. Yes. Isac stands up. Everyone leaves. Father knows it. Korren knows it. That's why they don't want us to like you. The boys run before Riven can stop them. He chases after them. Through hallways. Downstairs. But they're faster. They know this house better. By the time Riven realizes where they're going, it's too late. The East Wing maintenance exit. The one they showed him yesterday. The door is open. The twins are gone. Riven's blood turns to ice. He runs outside. The estate grounds are massive. Gardens, fountains, acres of property. Elias, Isac. His voice echoes. Nothing. He pulls out his phone. Calls Korren. The twins ran. East maintenance exit. I don't know where they went. Korren's response is immediate. Stay there. Don't move. The line goes dead. Within minutes, the entire security team mobilizes. Guards spread across the grounds. Vehicles start up. Alarms blare. Riven stands frozen by the exit. This is his fault. He promised them, made them trust him. And now, his phone rings. Unknown number. He answers without thinking. Hello. Heavy breathing on the other end. Then a small voice. Riven. It's Isac. We're scared. Where are you? We don't know. The sound of traffic roars in the background. We just wanted to prove we could be good. That we're worth keeping. Riven's heart stops. You are worth keeping. You're perfect exactly as you are. Then why does everyone want you to leave? Elias's voice joins in. They're sharing the phone. Why does father think we're better off without you? That's not. Riven closes his eyes. Where are you? Tell me what you see. Cars. Lots of cars. Isac sounds like he's crying. And a bridge. The highway overpass. 3 miles from the estate. Stay there. Don't move. I'm coming. Riven starts running. Security tries to stop him at the gate. He pushes past. Doesn't care about protocol. Doesn't care about permission. The boys are alone on a highway. Nothing else matters. He runs until his lungs burn. Until his legs scream. Until he sees the overpass in the distance. 2 small figures huddle on the concrete barrier. Cars rush beneath them. Elias, Isac. They turn. Relief floods their faces. Riven reaches them. Pulls them both away from the edge. What were you thinking? We wanted to prove. Elias starts. A horn blares. Headlights blind them. A truck skids on the wet road. Tires screaming. Heading straight for the overpass support where they're standing. Time slows. Riven grabs both boys. Throws himself backward. The truck hits the barrier. Metal screams. Concrete cracks. They land hard on the pavement. Riven's body covers theirs. Silence. Then a roar splits the air. Riven looks up. Caius Dravien stands at the end of the overpass. Eyes glowing with something beyond rage. Beyond fear. Pure primal terror. What happens when an Alpha King loses control? Caius crosses the distance in seconds. His hands shake as he checks the twins for injuries. Runs fingers over their arms, their legs, their faces. Looking for blood. For broken bones. For anything that says he failed them. We're okay, father. Elias's voice is small. You're not okay. Caius's voice cracks. You could have died. Both of you. Do you understand that? The boys flinch. Shrink into themselves. Riven stands slowly. His palms are scraped raw from the pavement. Blood seeps through his shirt where his shoulder hit concrete. Caius turns on him. This is your fault. The accusation lands like a physical blow. I know. Riven doesn't defend himself. Can't. I'm sorry. Sorry. Caius's eyes flash. The alpha presence explodes outward, suffocating. My sons almost died because you made them believe you'd stay, because you gave them hope that someone cared. I do care. Caring isn't enough. Caius roars. The sound vibrates through Riven's chest. Caring doesn't protect them when you inevitably leave. When you decide this life is too hard. When you realize that damaged children aren't worth the paycheck. Sirens wail in the distance. Police. Ambulance. The accident drew attention. Korren appears with 3 vehicles. Guards pour out, securing the scene, moving the twins towards safety. But Caius doesn't move, doesn't break eye contact with Riven. You should pack your things. The Alpha King's voice goes cold. Empty. You're done. The words hit harder than the concrete did. No. Riven's voice comes out stronger than he feels. I'm not leaving. You don't have a choice. Yes, I do. Riven steps forward. Every instinct tells him to back down, to submit, but he can't. Not now. You're going to fire me because you're terrified. Caius goes still, dangerous still. You don't know anything about what I feel. I know you're not afraid I'll hurt them. Riven's hands shake, but he keeps talking. You're afraid I'll matter to them, that they'll love me. And when I leave, because in your mind, everyone leaves, it'll break them worse than anything else could. The silence stretches, heavy, charged. You're right, Caius finally says. Everyone leaves. Their mother proved that. 97 nannies proved that. And you, his jaw tightens. You'll prove it too. Maybe. Riven's throat aches. But maybe I won't. You don't know yet. Neither do I. I can't take that risk. Then what's your alternative? Riven gestures toward the twins being loaded into a vehicle. Fire me. Find Nanny 99. Watch them test her until she quits. Repeat the cycle until your sons believe they're unlovable. Caius's breath stutters. Or, Riven continues quietly, you could let me try. Let me stay. Let me prove that not everyone runs when things get hard. And if you fail, if you leave, then I fail. Riven meets his eyes. But at least they'll know someone tried. Police approach. Questions need answering. Statements need giving. Caius turns away. Get in the car. It's not acceptance. Not forgiveness. But it's not goodbye either. The ride back to the estate is silent. The twins sit between Riven and Caius. Small. Shaking. Still processing how close they came to disaster. Elias reaches for Riven's hand. Holds it tight. Caius sees. His expression flickers. Something between pain and anger and something else entirely. They arrive home. Medical staff swarm immediately. Checking vitals. Cleaning scrapes. Riven tries to leave. Give them space. Stay. Caius's voice stops him. Not a request. Command. So Riven stays. He watches Caius with his sons. Watches the king's hands tremble as he touches their faces. Watches him pull them close with a desperation that breaks through all that careful control. I can't lose you, Caius whispers against their hair. I can't. We're sorry. Isac cries into his father's chest. We just wanted to be good enough. You are good enough. You've always been good enough. But the boys don't believe him. Riven can see it in their eyes. Hours pass. The twins finally sleep. Exhaustion winning over fear. Caius stays with them, sitting between their beds. Watching them breathe. Riven turns to leave. Why did you run after them? Caius asks without looking away from his sons. Because they needed me. You could have waited for security. Let trained professionals handle it. There wasn't time. You could have been killed. Riven stops at the doorway. So could they. Silence. Then Caius stands, moves toward him, stops inches away. This close, Riven can see the cracks in the king's armor. The exhaustion, the fear, the loneliness. You threw yourself in front of a truck for children you've known for 2 days. Caius's voice drops to barely a whisper. Why? Because they matter. They're not yours. That doesn't make them matter less. Something shifts in Caius's expression. His scent changes. Still dominant, still overwhelming, but warmer somehow. Less fortress, more human. You're either the bravest person I've ever met, Caius says slowly, or the most foolish. Can't it be both? The Alpha King's mouth almost curves into something resembling a smile. Then his hand moves, cups Riven's jaw, thumb brushing across his cheekbone. The touch is gentle, careful. Riven's breath catches. If you leave them, Caius starts. I won't. You can't promise that. No. Riven's heart hammers. But I can promise I'll try. Every single day. I'll try. Caius stares at him, like he's trying to read truth in Riven's face. Like he wants desperately to believe but doesn't know how anymore. His thumb traces Riven's jaw again, slower this time. Then he steps back, drops his hand. Get some rest. Tomorrow we figure out who sent those messages to my sons. Riven nods, leaves before his legs give out. In the hallway, he leans against the wall, touches his face where Caius touched him. His skin still burns. From the shadows at the end of the corridor, Korren watches. His expression is unreadable, but his hands are clenched into fists. What happens when the protector becomes the threat? Riven wakes to someone standing over his bed. He jolts upright, heart slamming against his ribs. Korren stares down at him, expressionless. Get dressed. The king wants to see you. It's 4 a.m, still dark outside. Riven pulls on clothes with shaking hands, follows Korren through empty hallways. They don't go to Caius's office. They go down, basement level, past doors that look reinforced, past guards who nod at Korren but eye Riven like he's a prisoner. Korren opens a door to a room that's too empty, too quiet, soundproofed. Sit. Riven sits. The chair is metal, cold. Korren remains standing, circling, predatory. Let me tell you a story, Korren begins. 15 years ago, I found Caius Dravien bleeding out in an alley. Enemies had ambushed him, left him for dead. He stops circling. I saved his life, earned his trust, became his right hand. Riven stays silent. For 15 years, I've protected him, killed for him, bled for him. Korren's voice hardens. And then his wife, the twins' mother, walked into his life. Beautiful, gentle, perfect. The temperature in the room drops. She convinced him to trust her, to love her, to build a family. Korren leans against the table. Then one night, she emptied his safe, stole confidential files, and disappeared with an enemy syndicate. Riven's stomach turns. The betrayal almost destroyed him. Would have, if I hadn't been there to pick up the pieces. Korren's eyes are ice. The twins were 3 years old, too young to understand their mother was a spy, a weapon, a mistake. I'm not. You're an Omega who appeared out of nowhere with a convenient sob story. Korren cuts him off. Desperate, broke, willing to do anything for money, just like she was. That's not fair. Fair. Korren laughs. Cold, sharp. You want to talk about fair? Fair is watching the most powerful man in the underworld cry over a woman who never loved him. Fair is helping raise 2 boys who blame themselves for their mother's abandonment. He moves closer, looms over Riven. So when you waltz in here and make those boys smile again, when you make Caius look at you the way he used to look at her, his voice drops to a whisper. I see history repeating, and I won't let it. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. Neither was she, at first. Korren straightens. But intentions don't matter. Results do. Why are you telling me this? Because I want you to understand something. Korren's expression is stone. You leave willingly right now, I'll double your salary. Send it anywhere you want. Your mother gets the best care money can buy. You disappear. Everyone wins. The offer hangs in the air. And if I say no, then I make you leave. Korren heads for the door. One way or another. He exits, locks the door behind him. Riven sits in the soundproofed room, alone, heart racing. An hour passes. Maybe 2. Time feels strange down here. Finally, the door opens again. Caius enters. His expression is thunder. What did Korren say to you? Riven hesitates. Tell me. So Riven does. Everything. The story about the twins' mother. The accusation. The offer. Caius's jaw clenches tighter with every word. When Riven finishes, the Alpha King is vibrating with barely contained rage. He had no right. He's protecting you. I don't need protection from you. Caius runs a hand through his hair. Frustrated. Korren is loyal, dedicated, but he's also… He trails off. Possessive. The word settles heavy between them. He thinks I'll hurt you the way your wife did. Ex-wife. Caius corrects sharply. And you're nothing like her. How do you know? Because Marcella never threw herself in front of a truck for my sons. His voice softens. Because she never promised to try. She just performed. Until she didn't need to anymore. Riven stands. His legs ache from sitting so long. Korren offered me money to leave. I know. He told me. Caius steps closer. What did you say? I told him no. Something flashes in the Alpha King's eyes. Relief. Maybe hope. Why? Because I meant what I said. Riven holds his gaze. I'm not leaving. Not for money. Not because it's hard. Not because someone threatens me. Caius moves even closer. Close enough that Riven can feel the heat radiating off him. Korren is dangerous when he feels threatened. I noticed. I'll handle him. But Caius pauses. He's not wrong about everything. You don't know this world. Don't know what kind of enemies I have. What they'd do if they knew you mattered to my sons. To your sons. Riven's voice comes out quieter than intended. Caius doesn't answer. Just stares at him with an intensity that makes breathing difficult. I should go check on the twins. Riven moves toward the door. Caius catches his wrist. Gentle but firm. Thank you. For yesterday. For staying. Their eyes meet. Hold. Then Caius releases him. Riven leaves before he does something stupid. Like lean into that touch. Like ask what it means. He returns to the main house. The twins are awake. Eating breakfast with suspicious expressions. Where were you? Elias demands. Meeting with your father. About us. Isac looks worried. About keeping you safe. They relax slightly. The day passes in careful routine. Schoolwork. Games. Pretending everything is normal. But Riven feels eyes everywhere. Guards watching. Staff whispering. And Korren. Always Korren. In hallways. Around corners. Never speaking. Just watching. That evening, Riven finds something under his door. A photograph. It shows him at the hospital 3 months ago. Visiting his mother. Someone's been following him. Researching him. He flips it over. Words scrawled on the back. We know everything about you. Leave or we'll use it. His hands shake. A knock at the door makes him jump. It's me. Isac's small voice. Can we come in? Riven shoves the photo under his mattress. Opens the door. Both twins stand there, looking scared. We heard Korren yelling at father. Elias's eyes are red. About you. About firing you. I'm not getting fired. But Korren wants you gone. Isac steps inside. Everyone does. We heard the staff talking. Riven kneels down. Do you want me gone? Both boys shake their heads violently. Then that's what matters. But what if they make you leave? Elias's voice breaks. What if we don't get a choice? Riven pulls them both close. I'll fight to stay. I promise. They stay like that. 3 people holding onto each other like the world is trying to tear them apart. Because it is. Later, after the twins finally sleep in their own beds, Riven returns to his room. Another photo waits under his door. This one shows his mother, asleep in her hospital bed. Vulnerable. The message on the back is clear. Leave by the full moon, or she pays the price. How far will someone go to protect what they think they own? Day 12. 2:47 a.m. Riven's phone lights up. Another text. Tick-tock. 3 days left. He deletes it, hands shaking. Can't sleep anyway. Day 15. Evening. The twins draw pictures at the kitchen table. Happy wolves. Safe wolves. Elias colors one omega smaller than the rest. Labels it Riven. That's you, he explains. Part of our pack now. Riven's throat closes. He tapes the drawing to his wall. Day 16. Midnight. Footsteps outside Riven's door. He recognizes the weight, the rhythm. Caius, the Alpha King, doesn't knock, just stands there. On the other side of the wood, Riven waits, listening. After 5 minutes, the footsteps retreat. Day 18. Afternoon. Korren tracks movement on security feeds. His jaw tightens. Unknown vehicles circling the estate perimeter. Too many. Too coordinated. He pulls up profiles. Cross-references license plates. His screen flashes red. Enemy syndicate markings. Korren's hand hovers over the alert button, then stops. He closes the window. Erases the logs. Says nothing. Day 19. Morning. The twins refuse to leave Riven's side. Cling to him during breakfast. During lessons. During everything. What's wrong? Riven asks. Bad feeling. Isac presses closer. Like something's coming. Nothing's coming. You're safe. But Elias stares at the windows. Mother left during a full moon. That's in 2 days. Riven's blood runs cold. Day 20. Midnight. Caius finds Riven in the library, reading to calm nerves that won't settle. You're still awake. The Alpha sits across from him. Exhausted. Human. Can't sleep. Neither can I. Caius studies him in the dim light. You've been here 3 weeks. The longest any nanny has lasted in 2 years. Should I expect a trophy? The corner of Caius's mouth lifts. Almost a smile. They sit in comfortable silence, just existing in the same space. Korren thinks I'm getting too attached, Caius finally says, to the idea of you staying. Riven's heart skips. Are you? Yes. The honesty stuns them both. Caius stands, moves to the window. I told myself I wouldn't do this again. Wouldn't trust. Wouldn't hope. His reflection stares back at him. But you make it difficult. I'm not trying to. I know. Caius turns. His eyes burn in the darkness. That's what makes it worse. He leaves before Riven can respond. Day 21. 3:14 a.m. Riven wakes to wrongness. The air tastes metallic. Sharp. He sits up. Listens. Nothing. Then, everything. Alarms scream through the mansion. Red lights flash. The emergency system activates with a mechanical voice. Breach. 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 Riven runs. The twins' room. He has to reach the twins' room. Guards flood the hallways, shouting, moving with military precision. Get to the safe room. Someone yells at him. Riven ignores them, keeps running. He reaches the twins' door, throws it open. Empty. The beds are cold. They've been gone for minutes, maybe longer. Panic explodes in Riven's chest. Gunshots echo from somewhere below, shattering glass. Screams. His phone rings. Unknown number. Hello? Riven. Elias's voice. Terrified. Someone's here. We're hiding in the library. There's... The line cuts off. Riven runs. The library is on the 2nd floor. East wing. He takes the stairs 3 at a time. More gunshots. Closer now. He bursts through the library doors. The twins huddle behind an overturned desk. Eyes wide. Shaking. I'm here. Riven grabs them both. You're okay. I'm here. They're looking for something, Isac whispers. We heard them talking. They want. The door explodes inward. 3 men in tactical gear enter, weapons drawn. Riven shoves the twins behind him, places his body between them and the threat. Wrong room. One of the men says into his radio, just the Omega and the kids. Secure them. A voice responds. We'll use them as leverage. The men move forward. Riven grabs a lamp, swings it hard. Glass shatters across the lead man's face. He stumbles back. Run! Riven shouts at the twins, but there's nowhere to run. The men block the only exit. One of them raises his weapon, aims at Riven. The twins scream. Then the man's head snaps sideways. Blood sprays. He drops. Caius Dravien stands in the doorway. His eyes are pure alpha, glowing, feral. The remaining men turn their weapons on him. Mistake. Caius moves like a nightmare, faster than humans should move. He disarms the first man, breaks his arm, uses his body to shield against the second man's gunfire. The fight lasts 30 seconds. When it ends, Caius stands among broken bodies, breathing hard, blood on his hands. His eyes find Riven. The twins. You're hurt. Caius crosses to them in 2 strides. I'm fine. They didn't. Caius grabs Riven's face, checks for injuries. His hands shake. You should have run. They wouldn't let me. Then you should have hidden. I did. Behind the twins. Caius's expression cracks. You put yourself between them and guns. Yes, you could have died. So could they. The Alpha King pulls Riven close, crushes him against his chest. The twins press between them. For a moment, they're just 4 people holding each other while chaos rages outside. Then Korren appears, blood on his clothes, weapon drawn. East wing secured. 3 intruders down. 1 escaped through. He stops, sees them. His expression shudders. Sir. Caius releases Riven slowly. Status report. Syndicate attack. Someone leaked that the Omega is important to you. They came for leverage. Korren's eyes flicker to Riven. Cold. Accusing. We need to find who sold the information. Later. Secure the perimeter. Make sure they're gone. Korren nods. Leaves without another word. But his final glance at Riven says everything. This is your fault. When the attack ends, who's left standing? The study door splinters. Riven holds the twins tighter, their faces buried in his chest. His back pressed against the wall. They'd run here when the gunfire got closer, locked themselves inside, shoved furniture against the entrance. It didn't matter. The door breaks anyway. A man steps through, tall, scarred, wearing tactical gear that costs more than most people's houses. Found them. He speaks into his radio. Omega and the heirs. Exactly where the tip said they'd be. Riven's heart stops. Tip. Someone told them. Someone inside. The man raises his weapon. Not pointed at Riven. Pointed at Elias. Move away from the kids, Omega. Or I start with the smaller one. Isac whimpers. Riven's mind races. He can't fight. Can't run. Can't. The window explodes. Caius crashes through in a shower of glass. Lands like violence personified. His eyes burn gold. Alpha fully surfaced. The gunman turns. Fires 3 shots. Caius takes 2 in the shoulder. Doesn't slow. He tears the weapon away. Breaks the man's wrist. Slams him against the wall hard enough to crack plaster. Who sent you? Caius's voice is unrecognizable. Pure animal. The man laughs. Blood on his teeth. You're already too late. We're not the only team. Caius's hand closes around his throat. Where? But the man just smiles. Then goes limp. Something white foams at his lips. Suicide pill. Caius drops the body. Turns to Riven and the twins. Are you hurt? All 3 shake their heads. Good. Caius pulls out his phone. Korren, West Wing. Now. And bring. An explosion rocks the mansion. The floor shakes. Pictures fall from walls. What was that? Elias's voice is tiny. Another explosion. Closer this time. Caius's expression darkens. They're destroying evidence. Covering their tracks. He scoops up both twins. Looks at Riven. Stay close. They move through smoke-filled hallways. Past bodies. Past rooms engulfed in flames. Guards fight in coordinated teams, pushing the intruders back. But there are so many. Too many. This isn't random. Caius's voice is cold. Calculated. This is planned. They knew our security patterns. are blind spots. Inside job, Riven realizes. Yes, they reach the main staircase. Korren waits at the bottom with a dozen guards. South exit is clear, Korren reports. Vehicles ready. We can evacuate. No, Caius sets the twins down. We don't run from threats. We eliminate them. Sir, with respect, your sons. We'll go with Riven to the safe room. Caius kneels before the twins, cups their faces. Listen to me. I need you to be brave. Can you do that? Both boys nod, tears streaming. I'll come back. I promise. You can't promise that, Elias says. Nobody can. Caius's expression breaks. I know, but I'm going to try. He kisses their foreheads, stands, looks at Riven. Keep them safe. I will. If something happens to me, Caius starts. Nothing will happen. If it does, Caius continues. There's an envelope in my office. Top drawer. It has instructions, resources, everything you'll need to protect them. Riven's throat closes. You're coming back. Caius touches Riven's face, gentle despite the chaos. From this moment, you are their guardian, not just their nanny, their protector. Do you understand? Yes. The Alpha King holds his gaze, like he's memorizing Riven's face. Then he's gone, moving into the smoke with his guards. Toward the fight, Korren lingers. The safe room is basement level. Third door past the... I know where it is. Riven grabs the twins' hands. Do you? Korren steps closer. His expression is strange. Or do you need directions? Something about the way he says it. The emphasis. The tone. Riven's stomach drops. You told them where we'd be. The accusation comes out as a whisper. In the study. You told them. Korren's expression doesn't change. I have no idea what you're talking about. You want me gone. So you arranged. Careful, Omega. Korren's hand rests on his weapon. Accusations during a crisis are dangerous, especially unfounded ones. Riven stares at him, sees the truth in those cold eyes. Korren orchestrated this. Not the whole attack, but certain pieces. Strategic leaks, convenient blind spots, all designed to make Riven leave, or die trying to stay. The safe room, Korren repeats. Now, before you get those children killed with your paranoia. He walks away. Riven runs, pulls the twins through corridors they'd explored together. Past their secret places, their hidden labs, they reach the basement. The safe room door is reinforced steel. Biometric lock. Riven presses his thumb to the scanner. Access granted. Caius must have added him to the system. Inside, the room is stocked with supplies. Food, water, medical equipment, weapons, and monitors showing every camera in the mansion. Riven locks the door, sets the twins on a couch, checks them over again. I'm scared, Isac admits. Me too. Honesty feels important. But we're safe here. Your father made sure of it. What if he doesn't come back? Elias's voice cracks. What if? He will. Riven pulls them both close. He promised to try, remember? They huddle together, watching the monitors. The fight rages on screens. Caius moves through enemies like water. Brutal, efficient, unstoppable. Hours pass. The twins fall asleep against Riven despite the fear. Exhaustion winning. Riven stays awake, watching. Then he sees it. Korren on camera 3. Speaking into his phone, his back to the fight. Riven unmutes the audio. Contained. The Omega is secured with the heirs in the safe room. Once this is over, Korren pauses, listens. Yes, understood. I'll handle it personally. The call ends. Korren turns, looks directly at camera 3, like he knows Riven is watching. Then he walks toward the basement level, toward the safe room. Riven's blood turns to ice. The door handle rattles. Someone entering the override code. The twins wake, alert, scared. Stay behind me, Riven whispers. He grabs the weapon from the supply cabinet. Doesn't know how to use it properly, but he'll figure it out. The door unseals with a mechanical hiss, opens. A figure stands silhouetted in the hallway. Riven raises the weapon. The figure steps into the light, and a familiar voice says, "Put it down, Riven, before someone gets hurt." When the monster was inside all along, who saves you? Korren moves into the safe room, hands visible, non-threatening. But his eyes tell a different story. "I'm not here to hurt you," he says calmly. "I'm here to offer you a choice. Get out." Riven keeps the weapon raised. His hands shake, but his aim doesn't waver. The attack is over. Caius is alive. The syndicate has been eliminated. Korren closes the door behind him. But the question remains, who gave them the intel? "You did." Korren tilts his head. "Can you prove that?" Riven says nothing. "Of course you can't." Korren moves closer. "Because I was careful. And even if you accuse me, who will Caius believe? The Omega he's known for 3 weeks? Or the man who's saved his life countless times? He'll believe the truth. The truth is complicated." Korren's expression hardens. "The truth is that I've spent 15 years protecting this family, bleeding for them, killing for them, and then you arrived and undid everything in days. I didn't undo anything. You made them soft." Korren's voice rises. "Caius looks at you the way he used to look at her. The twins depend on you, need you, and when you leave, because you will leave, the damage will be catastrophic." "I'm not leaving." "Then I'll make you." Korren reaches for his weapon. Riven fires. The shot goes wide, hits the wall, loud in the enclosed space. Korren freezes. The twins scream. Then the safe room door explodes inward for the second time tonight. Caius stands there, blood-soaked, furious. His eyes land on Korren, on Riven holding a weapon, on his sons cowering. "Explain." One word, deadly quiet. Korren opens his mouth, but Riven speaks first. "He orchestrated the attack, fed information to the syndicate, told them where to find us." "That's absurd," Korren starts. "Camera 3. Riven points to the monitors. 19 minutes ago, he made a call." Caius moves to the monitors, pulls up the footage, watches. His expression goes from fury to something colder, emptier. "I did what was necessary," Korren says, "to protect you from making the same mistake twice. To keep this family from..." Caius hits him. One brutal punch that sends Korren sprawling. "You endangered my sons. I saved them." Korren wipes blood from his mouth, from getting attached to someone who'll destroy them, just like Marcella did. Riven is nothing like Marcella. "How do you know?" Korren stands. "Because he's kind? Because he stayed during one crisis? She stayed for years before showing her true colors." "Get out." Caius's voice is death. "Pack your things. Disappear. If I ever see you again, I'll kill you. You need me. I needed you." Past tense. Caius steps between Korren and his family. "Now you're a threat, and I eliminate threats." Guards pour into the room, weapons trained on Korren. He looks at Caius, at Riven, at the twins peeking out from behind Riven's legs. "You're making a mistake." "No." Caius's voice is final. "I made the mistake 15 years ago, when I let loyalty blind me to obsession." Korren is escorted out, fighting every step, screaming accusations, then silence. Caius turns to Riven, studies the weapon still shaking in his hands. "You fired at him." "I missed. Intentionally. I don't know." Riven lowers the weapon. "Maybe." Caius takes it gently, sets it aside, then pulls Riven into an embrace that feels like coming home. "Thank you for protecting them. I didn't do much. You did everything." Caius's voice breaks. "You stayed. You stood between them and danger. You." The twins crash into both of them, all four holding each other. A family forged in crisis. Morning comes slowly. The mansion is wrecked, blood cleaned, bodies removed, but the damage remains visible in cracked walls and shattered windows. Riven helps the twins pack a bag. "Are we leaving?" Isac asks nervously. Just for a few days. Caius appears in the doorway. Until repairs are done. Where will we go? Elias clutches his favorite stuffed wolf. Somewhere safe. Caius looks at Riven. Somewhere we can figure out what happens next. The twins leave to brush their teeth. Caius moves closer to Riven. Close enough to touch but not quite touching. I owe you everything. You owe me nothing. I disagree. Caius's hand rises, cups Riven's jaw. You proved that not everyone leaves. That trust isn't a weakness. That maybe, he pauses. Maybe I can try again. Try what? Believing. His thumb traces Riven's cheekbone. In people. In second chances. He stops. Like the words are too much. Too soon. But Riven understands. I'm not going anywhere, Riven whispers. Promise. You told me not to make promises I can't keep. Maybe I changed my mind. Caius leans closer, his breath warm. Maybe I want promises, even impossible ones. The air between them charges with something new, something inevitable. Then I promise, Riven says. I'll stay. I'll try. The twins burst back into the room. Can Riven come with us? Please. Caius steps back, but his eyes never leave Riven's face. That's Riven's choice. Both boys turn desperate eyes on him. Riven smiles. Where you go, I go. The twins cheer. They pile into vehicles, drive away from the damaged mansion, towards something new. But halfway there, Caius's phone rings. He answers, listens. His expression darkens. What is it? Riven asks. Caius looks at him, at the twins sleeping in the back seat, at the life they're trying to build. Korren escaped custody. The words drop like stones. He took files, resources, and Caius's jaw clenches. Evidence that could destroy everything I've built. What does that mean? It means this isn't over. Caius's hand finds Riven's, holds it tight. It means the fight is just beginning. Then we fight. It won't be safe for any of you. We'll figure it out. Riven squeezes back. Together, Caius stares at their joined hands, then at Riven's face. You don't belong to the world outside these walls anymore, he says quietly, intensely. From this day forward, you're mine to protect, mine to keep safe, mine. The possessiveness should scare Riven. It doesn't. And you're ours, Riven responds, looking at the twins, at Caius, at this broken family they're rebuilding. All of ours. Caius's breath catches. Then his phone rings again. A known number. He answers, listens, goes still. What? Riven's heart pounds. Caius ends the call, looks at him with eyes that promise both protection and danger. Korren sent a message. His voice is controlled fury. He's coming for what he thinks belongs to him. And he won't stop until. Car rams into them from behind. Tires screech. The vehicle spins. The twins scream. Everything goes black. This is just the beginning of their story. A desperate Omega. An Alpha King learning to trust. Twin heirs who finally found someone who stayed. And a betrayal that will test everything they've built. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. Will Riven survive Korren's revenge? Can Caius protect his family and his heart? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support inspires these stories, and your theories might just come true. This is a story about second chances, chosen family, and fighting for love when the whole world wants you to run. And it's only just begun.